Good morning. Beautiful start to the day on this Tuesday, December the 9th. Thanks for being with us. I'm Bobby Castro.
And I'm Jen Lammers. Let's take a look at our Tuesday morning headlines. We'll start with Mario.
In Santa Monica, an active homicide investigation. Police looking into an assault playing out inside of a home here in this neighborhood. It left a man dead and another in custody. What investigators are saying just ahead in a live report.
Yeah, we'll check in with you, Mario. Also, Malibu moving a step closer to creating its own school district. Why the city thinks this would be a good idea for students.
And President Trump expected to talk about the economy and the cost of living later on today. A live preview of what he's proposing coming up.
And holiday movie season is in full swing, and this morning we're talking to one of the stars of A Runaway Bride for Christmas. Good Day alum Nichelle Turner will be here, but first, let's go over to Samada for a check on the weather.
Good morning, Amanda. Good morning, everyone. And from Maria this morning, and we have some really great conditions, even at this hour. The offshore flow is taming the marine layer clouds, so we're dealing with mostly clear conditions. It is a little cool out there, a little chilly. We got 45 degrees in Santa Barbara, 51 degrees in Burbank, 40 out towards Corona. Temperatures will rebound, and it'll be a very nice afternoon. We're talking about warmer than normal temperatures, a range of 10 to even 15 plus degrees above normal. Very warm conditions across our valleys in the IE. We're talking upper 80s, and it's December. We're feeling a little bit like summer, if you will. 63 degrees and breezy for our mountain communities. Just be careful on your drive through those canyons and below our passes due to those crosswinds. High deserts nearing 70s, and we are dry, warm for the lower deserts if you're heading over to Palm Springs. A closer look, yes, at the extended forecast and how nice this weekend's going to be. You don't want to miss out on that. Now we're going to send over to Stu with a look at traffic. And this looks a little tough. Stu?
It is. But you know what? It's Tuesday. It's a beautiful day. We're in California. Good morning, Samana. Good morning, everybody. That's going to be the 10 drive. Now, that's going to be the westbound lanes. Sometimes you're on the brakes from the 110. Today, it's Arlington, and you're moving real slow and really getting into the thick of it by the time you hit the Crenshaw off-ramp. Take a look at that. Now, no crashes, just a lot of volume out there. Everybody getting to that west side where you know that's the place you want to be. If you're heading eastbound, take a look at that. Wide open, moving well, 405, 110. That's going to be freeway speeds are better. If you're headed westbound, whatever you did yesterday, probably leave about that same time. You'll get there right about the time you were there yesterday. I'm going to send it back to y'all in the studio. Good morning.
All right, Stu, thank you. Breaking news this morning, one man is dead. Another is being detained by police after some sort of an altercation in a Santa Monica home.
Mario Ramirez is live at the scene. He's been following that story. Mario.
Yeah, all of this unfolding inside of a home here in this Santa Monica neighborhood off of 18th and Delaware. You can see it there behind me, that gray home. Earlier, we were watching as investigators were going in and out. Detectives still inside the property. Officers got the call around 9:30 last night, and what they found inside launched a full homicide investigation. Take a look. Santa Monica police say they were called to the home here for what was described as a possible assault. When officers got here, they made contact with the person who called 911 and were led inside the home. That's where they found a man with severe injuries. Responding paramedics tried to help, but that victim died here on the scene. And police did detain another man inside the home who remains in custody at this hour. As detectives tell us, they're still combing through the crime scene here. Investigators, they say this appears to be an isolated incident, something contained within the home with no active threat to the community. And back out here live, another look at the home here. Police haven't said if this was a possible home invasion, domestic dispute, or something else completely different, only calling this an active homicide investigation at this point. We should also mention that the victim's body is still inside the home. We've yet to see the county coroner's crews here to start processing that scene. For now, that's the latest here in Santa Monica. I'm Mario Ramirez. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Mario, thank you. We're also following breaking news on this. A federal judge has ruled the Justice Department can publicly release investigative materials from a sex trafficking case against Ghislaine Maxwell, the longtime confidant of Jeffrey Epstein. The ruling means that records could be made public within 10 days in the wake of the recent passage of the Epstein Files Transparency Act. The law requires the Justice Department provide Epstein-related records to the public in a searchable format by December the 19th.
So President Trump is defending his trade tariffs policy this morning ahead of a speech on the economy in Pennsylvania.
Douglas Ader joining us live from Washington with a preview on this. What time do we expect this rally to take place, Doug? And the president's really digging into this message that this was inflation and an affordability issue caused by the Biden administration, and my administration is trying to fix this.
Yeah, and this is going to start in about 8 hours. So about little after 6 o'clock here on the East Coast in Pennsylvania. Yeah, the White House says that, look, inflation was extremely high during the Biden administration. That caused prices to go up. They are still rising. That's just kind of the nature of inflation, but they're not rising nearly as fast as they were. Still, this is outside of the window that the Fed likes to see for acceptable inflation. So prices are still rising faster than the White House would like to see. But the president is going to make the argument that the economy is actually doing pretty well. And he just did this interview with Politico about this, was asked about the economy, and he said that he would give it a grade of A, and I want to say it was 5 or 6 pluses that he added to the A. So he's going to make the argument that the economy is actually doing quite well. We'll see how that goes over tonight in Pennsylvania.
Also, another administration initiative is the Make Travel Family Friendly again. I think I said that the right way. It was promoted with a little pull-up contest between 2 cabinet members, Sean Duffy and RFK Jr. Can you explain what that's all about? And a follow-up question to that, how many pull-ups, Doug, are you able to do?
Well, I'm not going to demonstrate right here, but I will tell you that this is part of the administration's effort to kind of change airports in general and making them more family-friendly, places for mothers to nurse, better food options, which of course is one of RFK Jr.'s big initiatives, as well as exercise options. And they did have a pull-up bar there, and both secretaries did a few. I didn't quite keep count of how many each of them did, but the idea here is to make air travel a little bit better. We'll see how this goes over. I mean, this comes at a time when the Transportation Secretary was also urging people to dress a little better on flights. I am old enough to remember watching adults get on aircraft when they used to dress up.
Right.
But that's how long ago it's been. It's been a long time. But yeah, and now, people, and listen, I've brought my kids on a plane in pajamas before.
Oh, no, you didn't. They're not bringing their blankets on board, are they?
It is a fight for survival when you're traveling with children.
My kids have worn pajamas on a plane. I want to make that clear. But yeah, I mean, standards have changed over time. That much is clear.
You also used to be able to smoke on planes. That doesn't happen anymore either.
That's right too.
Yeah, listen. I am old enough to remember seeing ashtrays on planes.
Wow.
I am too, Doug. But we do know you're a very fit guy, so you really never answered the questions about how many pull-ups do you think you can do. I mean, give it a guess.
Just in general.
I'd put it at 1,000, but that's just an estimate.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I'll give you at least a dozen. I think.
At least.
All right, Doug. Enjoy the day. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys, so much.
Dozens of teens on e-bikes are caught on camera staging a flash mob robbery of a downtown convenience store. This happened in broad daylight over the weekend. Here's the video. Cell phone video there showing the teens raiding the store on Beverly Boulevard Saturday afternoon. LAPD saying that someone wearing a mask actually pointed a gun at the clerk while the rest of the group just went through the store and ransacked it. They started tossing some snacks and other kinds of merchandise out to their friends who were waiting in the parking lot. No injuries were reported, and police have not made any arrests. But if you have information, they're asking you to make an anonymous tip. Give them a call at Crime Stoppers.
New this morning, the city of Malibu is one step closer to having its own school district.
Member Stewart?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Silverstein?
Yes.
Motion carries.
And cheers broke out last night as the city council approved a plan to split from the Santa Monica Malibu School District. The school board approved the separation plan last week. The proposal outlines how taxes, staff, and resources will be divided. Supporters say this will let each district focus on its unique needs.
To create this opportunity to launch an independent Malibu Unified School District that will offer us local control and will finally prioritize Malibu students and teachers.
It'll be a reason for young families to choose Malibu, not just billionaires for their second or third homes, but actual young families with kids coming to Malibu because we have something great to offer.
The split is not official just yet, but state and city county officials still need to approve it, and special laws must be passed. If all goes smoothly, the new Malibu Unified School District could open by as early as 2029.
Dodgers superstar Shohei Ohtani has been named the Associated Press Male Athlete of the Year for the 4th time. He ties Lance Armstrong, LeBron James, and Tiger Woods for the most wins among male athletes. It's been quite a year for Ohtani. He also won National League MVP and helped the Dodgers, of course, to that World Series title, hitting 55 home runs and leading the National League in runs scored. He also returned to the mound this season with 62 strikeouts and 9 walks. The AP Female Athlete of the Year will be announced tomorrow.
Just a world-class athlete.
He ties
No one
all
like
of
him.
those great athletes, some of the greatest of all time, and yet he has a giant career still ahead of him. So.
That's right. He just got here.
He just got here.
Right.
There will be more awards ahead.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so still ahead, Governor Newsom announcing millions for affordable housing. We're going to tell you who's eligible.
Also, an app that anonymously tracks ICE activity was removed from the App Store back in October, and now the app's developer is suing the Trump administration. We'll tell you why.
And the countdown to Christmas is on, but how long do you have to get those presents under the tree? The important dates for shipping those gifts when we come back.
Oh, where is this?
Where's this?
Are you trying?
Oh.
New York Midtown?
Midtown?
Where is that?
Is this Bryant Park?
Oh, Bryant Park.
That's right. I've been to the rink there before. It's nice.
They got that little Christmas
really
market
nice.
there.
That's right.
Cute Christmas market with some good food.
Didn't that catch on fire last year?
It's on fire last year.
Our top stories this morning, police are still searching for the gunman who killed a man while he sat inside of his car. This all happened yesterday morning on Washington Boulevard in Palms near Sony Pictures. The victim's girlfriend claims jealousy at work might be a motive.
People in Japan are assessing the damage following a major earthquake. A powerful 7.5 magnitude quake struck off Japan's north coast, injuring at least 33 people and triggering a small tsunami. The U.S. Geological Survey reported 2 aftershocks measuring 6.6 and a 5.1 in hours following the initial trembler. About 800 homes were left without power. There were no deaths reported.
Orange County Fire Chief Brian Fennessy is retiring in January to lead the new U.S. Wildland Fire Service. This federal agency, launched in September, aims to modernize wildfire response nationwide by improving coordination, technology, and resources. A replacement chief has not been named just yet. Fennessy's last day will be January 2nd.
Luigi Mangione is back in court today. Mangione is a suspected assassin of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Defense lawyers maintain police officers lacked grounds to open his bag and violated protocol by questioning him before reading his Miranda rights. Prosecutors say the bag contains several incriminating items, including a notebook outlining his alleged motive and plans for the shooting, a 3D printed handgun, and a bus ticket with a fake name.
Governor Newsom is investing nearly $181 million into new housing projects all across California. This money will help more than 1,200 low-income Californians, including 103 farm worker families, buy or hold onto their homes. This funding will go toward building affordable housing, fixing up older homes, and expanding mortgage assistance in 22 counties. State leaders say it's all part of a bigger push to cut red tape and make homeownership more accessible.
If you are planning on sending someone a gift this holiday through the U.S. Postal Service or FedEx, deadlines are fast approaching. USPS first-class mail service also needs to be sent by December the 17th. That's a week from tomorrow. If you're opting for Priority Mail Express, that deadline is the 20th. That's a week from Saturday. For FedEx, 5-day shipping deadlines begin December the 17th, and same-day shipping is December the 24th.
Oh my gosh, just take a picture of this. Because all those dates to remember in your head, forget it. I already forgot about it. Take a picture, take a picture.
Do you do holiday cards?
Yeah, I already sent mine out.
Goody two-shoes.
You know,
do you plan this through the year? Because you have to have like.
And I'm the one who gathers like all of the addresses. You have to save some of the addresses from people who send you the cards in years past.
Yeah.
I bring the physical
cards in.
But
then the planning has to go into the picture itself, right? You want a nice, cute picture. Is it a holiday picture?
I don't do that. We don't do like the family photos.
You don't?
We don't. We've never done it before.
Oh, so
you just send
because I have a fiance who hates getting his photo taken. So I just like sneak attack, and then I put those photos on our holiday card. I'm like, hey, listen, do you want to do it professionally? We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
So it's just Ethan.
So
yeah, what about people want to see the little
there's a couple of family photos that we have on vacations.
Okay.
But they're grainy and whatever. So
it's all too stressful for me. I don't do it.
You don't do it at all?
Nah. No.
It's not for everybody.
I'll just send you a picture via text.
Well, I also wonder, like, who cares about seeing pictures of somebody else's family?
What about families who send like the whole there's a page of like, here's what we did this year and here's what everybody's doing right now. Do you read the whole thing?
Nope. Never do.
Just look at the pictures. Very nice. There you go. Hey, speaking of nice, how about this? Take a picture of what's going on late this afternoon. We got sunshine, warmer temperatures, already clear conditions this morning. We're on our way up along the coast. We could be dealing with mid to upper 70s today, inland valleys, mostly 80s both today and tomorrow as this area of high pressure continues to enhance. We are dry, no rain in the forecast for Southern California. If you're visiting and you're going to head out to the beach, we've got 1 to 3 feet in terms of surf heights. Beautiful along the coast. Water temperatures are quite refreshing, and right down the sand, a range of 70s and low rip current risk, but also always be cautious when entering the water. Here's the stationary high pressure system. It's just going to meander across SoCal, giving us that weak offshore flow, deflecting storms to the north of us. Not so lucky, unfortunately, is a good portion of the rest of the nation, especially the northern tier. We've got snow across Minneapolis to Detroit, expect. We've got winter weather advisories in place there, downright bone-chilling cold. We've got New York at 34 degrees. Eventually, they'll pick up some snow later on this week by Friday. Dallas to Houston in the 60s. We've got temperatures for Tampa and Miami. Chance of rain, 75 degrees for, yes, Miami. Coastal communities back here along the West Coast, 78 degrees. Moving in. Eventually, the stronger sea breeze will reduce our daytime highs just a tad. But gorgeous weather. We are dry for the next extended period. Temperatures 80s, 87. Perhaps tomorrow could be the warmest day for our valleys and the IE. Gorgeous weather across SoCal, so snap away. Snap, snap, snap.
Take so many pictures. Still ahead. Hey, if you take high blood pressure medication, check your bottle. Why thousands of pills are now being recalled.
Also, a warning about AI-powered toys, why experts say there might be trouble in Toyland this holiday season.
No. New this morning, a recall for thousands of prescription bottles used to treat high blood pressure. Glenmark Pharmaceuticals is pulling multiple lots of Zyac after testing found traces of an unrelated drug mixed into the pills. The FDA says some tablets were contaminated with a cholesterol medication. No injuries have been reported, but patients are urged to check their bottles and contact their pharmacist or doctor right away.
TikTok is rolling out some new features, the social media platform, adding shared collections and shared feeds. Similar to Instagram, the new features allow users to share content in one place for friends and family. Both updates are available globally, but the shared collections feature is age restricted, only users over 16.
As the holiday shopping season ramps up, there are new warnings now for parents about toys that are powered by AI. In his latest Trouble in Toyland report, the Public Interest Research Group shared the results of testing of what was done on several toys with built-in AI chatbots that interact with children. Researchers found some toys offered inappropriate or unsafe responses. Some of these products are marketed to children as young as 3 years old.
A lot of these toy manufacturers claim to have guardrails in place, but are they really sticking with those? Experience shows no, they're not. We've already seen instances of some of these toys having sexually explicit conversations with children. We see these toys collecting reams of data about our kids.
Experts say parents who are considering buying an AI-powered toy should make sure those toys are always getting the latest software updates. You should also have a strong Wi-Fi password so hackers can't access your information through the toy as it connects to the internet. We actually, I don't want to laugh about this, but we got our son this cactus toy that mimics your voice, but also if you set it on a certain setting, it will sing to you.
Okay.
And apparently this toy was singing some pretty vulgar stuff.
No way.
Rapping in Russian to like some pretty vulgar lyrics.
Wow.
Now he couldn't speak at that point. Also, obviously can't speak Russian.
Though, it's
but
insane.
still, you gotta be
What happened
careful
to the
for
days
sure.
when we just got like, you know, Barbies and
I know, but just imagine this
fire
cactus,
trucks.
like
Now you got cactus that sing vulgar words.
you gotta be careful.
Still ahead, a celebration of LA's most iconic landmark, how you can participate.
And living with a disability can certainly come with its own set of challenges, and for some, finding employment is one of the toughest. We'll share how one woman is working to change that and create new opportunities for others. All right, good morning. Welcome to Good Day LA. It is 7:30 on this Tuesday, December 9th.
Yeah, thanks for sticking with us. Another busy morning for you. Weather-wise, pretty quiet here and actually quite nice, Samana.
Quiet, calm, beautiful. Look at the start to the morning. It's a little cool out there, but we're going to go ahead and bring those temperatures way up. Afternoon highs today going to be above average. We're looking forward to so many 80s across our inland communities and perhaps even 70s along our beach communities. And here's a live look right now. Oh yeah, across Santa Monica. Oh, what is this? We're going to keep an eye on that. I can't quite make it out. But weather-wise, it looks good up in the atmosphere. We've got descending winds on the calm side, perhaps a little gusty at times through some of our canyons and lower passes, so keep that in mind if you're driving. But we're looking at wind speeds below the advisory threshold, which is about 35 miles an hour or less. And the future looks good. 80s for, as I mentioned, inland communities like Woodland Hills, pushing out towards the Inland Empire. Orange County as well could be seeing highs in the lower side of the 80s. 70s along our beach areas if you're heading up to the high deserts, or if you're joining us and watching us from there. We've got, yes, overnights very cold, but we're going to improve on those numbers to 60s. If you're heading up to Big Bear, 60 degrees later today, and Palm Springs keeping it also into the 80s. Looking at your weekend forecast, looks great. I have more details on that coming up. Now send over to Stu with the look traffic. Morning, Stu. Beautiful.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, it is beautiful today. Today is going to be amazing. This is going to be one of the best Tuesdays that we are going to have in December. You know what? Put it on your calendar. That's what Stu said, so it'll probably be wrong. You can come talk to me later. We're taking a look at that 5. We were in Commerce, but we're actually on our way to some breaking news in Koreatown. We'll see if that pans out. But on the way, I can tell you, northbound 5 through Commerce into the East LA area, it really is slow and go. No crashes, thank goodness for that. But it definitely high volume. Give yourself extra time. Higher than usual volume is probably the more correct term. If you're heading south on that 5 from East LA all the way down to Commerce, do a little pirouette here. I hope everybody took their Dramamine. Woo! Look at that. You can see it. It is actually moving along okay, but the closer you get to the 710 and south of the 710, that 5 drive becomes a little bit of a slow and go. Sending it back to you all in the studio.
All right, Stu, thank you. We have some breaking news out of Santa Monica right now. A man is found dead in a Santa Monica home. Another man is being held by police.
Still an active scene there. Mario Ramirez has the very latest. Mario.
Yeah, that's right. Police have been here at the home all morning. An active homicide investigation. You can see it there, that gray home here on the corner of Delaware and 18th in the Santa Monica neighborhood. Officers got this call around 9:30 last night, and what they found inside, launching a full homicide investigation. Take a look. Santa Monica police say they were called to the home for what was initially described as a possible assault. When officers got here, they made contact with the person who called 911 and were led inside the home, and that's where they say they found a man with severe injuries. Responding paramedics did try to help and render aid, but that victim unfortunately died on the scene. And police did detain another man inside the home who remains in custody at this hour as detectives continue combing through the crime scene here. And investigators tell us this appears to be an isolated incident, something contained within the home with no active threat to the community. And police haven't gone into very much detail about what happened here. Possible home invasion, domestic dispute, or something else. Only calling this an active homicide investigation. And back out here live, we did speak with a neighbor off camera who believes that the victim here is the homeowner and says that the suspect, the person who was detained, shouldn't really call him a suspect just yet because police haven't done so, but he believes that is the homeowner's son. For now, that's the latest here in Santa Monica this morning. I'm Mario Ramirez. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Mario, thank you. New this morning, the maker of an app that flags sightings of immigration agents is suing the Trump administration, saying his First Amendment rights were violated. The creator of Ice Block alleges Attorney General Pam Bondi used her state power to force Apple to remove the app from its store. The DOJ warned the app could lead to assaults on ICE agents. The lawsuit looks to protect the developer from prosecution.
A new nationwide survey shows immigration fears are hitting schools hard. Researchers from UCLA and UC Riverside spoke to more than than 600 principals across the country. And the report says 70% of high school principals say immigrant students are anxious about ICE raids and political rhetoric. In cities like Los Angeles and Miami, fewer students are showing up to school, and more than a third of principals say bullying is getting worse. Some schools are making safety plans and offering help, but teachers and staff say the stress is overwhelming. Homeland Security says ICE does not go after people at schools, but the fear is still there.
Orange County is getting a new hospital, and this one is all electric. UC Irvine is opening the nation's largest all-electric hospital with 145 beds that use electric heat pumps, water heaters, and even an all-electric kitchen. While backup power still relies on diesel, this hospital marks a major step toward reducing emissions in medical facilities. It is the largest and only the second all-electric hospital in the country.
So if you are in the mood for some local history with a little glam, the Queen Mary marking 58 years in the city of Long Beach. Big gala happening tonight. Tonight's event will honor the ship's history and set the stage for a series of milestone celebrations leading up to the ship's 90th anniversary in May. For around $100 a person this evening, it includes a 4-course dinner inspired by the menu from when the ship first docked back in 1967. Plus, live music and remarks on the ship's accomplishments and future plans. Guests will also get a first look at a newly curated art gallery on board. It showcases the Queen Mary's heritage.
$100? That's it?
Yeah.
4-course dinner?
Yeah, right?
2 people eating fast food these days is like 30 bucks.
No kidding.
I wonder what the 1967 menu is. What do you think is a 60s menu? Like,
I don't know. Some kind of liver and onions?
Liver and onions. Oh my God, that's my dad's favorite food.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
liver and onions.
Liver and onions.
Wow.
Don't ask.
I don't think I've ever had it,
I
to
don't-
be honest.
It is putrid smelling.
Wow. Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Anyway, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. I hope you're not having liver and onions for breakfast. Entertainment is sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. This season, it's one accolade after another. And we now know who the 2025 Entertainer of the Year is. Drum roll, please. Leo.
Oh.
Right. Might be Capricorn season coming up,
Is
but
he
it's
Capricorn?
all things Leo. Well, no, I was just playing into the Leo.
Oh.
Leo.
To Capricorn.
Yeah, DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCapricorn. There we go. Time magazine has named Leonardo DiCaprio as their Entertainer of the Year. They chose this movie star because they say that his career has stood the test of time, capped by his latest film and nomination, of course, for One Battle After Another. Time says that DiCaprio remains one Hollywood star who still draws big crowds while picking films that challenge and engage audiences everywhere. I mean, do you guys have a favorite Leo film? I've got 2.
It's Titanic. It is.
Really?
I know.
No, that's not a bad choice.
I mean, it's
Gilbert Grape.
Gilbert Grape.
What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
Eating Gilbert Grape.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
What about The
It's probably-
Departed?
The Departed.
The Departed. Oh, that's one of my top 4 in the
It's
letterbox.
always hard to rewatch.
That
because
is
it's so-
hard. Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, that was
so
peak
good.
Jack Nicholson, by the way.
Oh, yeah. The world needs plenty of bartenders. I'll never forget that Alec Baldwin line. And let's not forget, let's go back to the Baz Luhrmann days of the late 90s. Romeo and Juliet, him and Claire Danes.
Also, The Great Gatsby.
Oh, he's got such a body of work.
I liked him
What
on
a catalog.
Growing Pains.
Growing Pains.
Why are you kicking it back to like?
Wow. All right. Well, hey, I want to also tell you about this. Jimmy Kimmel Live is becoming Jimmy Kimmel Laughs. Late night host Jimmy Kimmel signed a 1-year extension for his Jimmy Kimmel Live late night show. He's now under contract with ABC through May of 2027. It comes after a brief suspension this past September. Kimmel is the longest tenured late night host in the U.S., starting his show back in 2003. I got
The Man Show. Wasn't he on The Man
Yeah,
Show?
I do remember the
Adam
Man
Carolla?
where the ladies would jump
Yes.
up and down.
Well, that was a moment in time.
Wow, that was a different time back then.
It sure
huh?
was.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, back in the day before my life here at Fox 11, I was on a couple episodes of
you and
Jimmy Kimmel
Guillermo.
Live. Yeah, me and Guillermo did a couple skits together. I was a Las Vegas lifeguard and I saved his life with floaties.
That's right.
Yeah, those were the days. Those
Little hottie Amanda Salas over here.
You never saw my
No, did they pay you as an actress? Is that what it was? It was like, hey, we need somebody.
It's funny. I was an actress in this skit, but I was actually at the time this summer's spokesperson for Visit Las Vegas.
Oh.
So, but Jimmy Kimmel is from Las Vegas.
Gotcha.
Is so good to Las Vegas. Had a partnership with the Visit Las Vegas Tourism Board, and I played a lifeguard.
We need to resurrect that clip.
You know what? We got to resurrect
We really
that clip.
do.
It's a good.
Did you have like the whole Baywatch outfit and everything?
Oh yeah,
Sure
the
did.
red outfit, the whistle,
The booty shorts.
and then I said to Guillermo, "For the 5th time today, really?" And then he looks up and goes, "Yes, Counselor Amanda, I think I need mouth to mouth again." Oh, those were the days again. But you know, nowadays I catch Jimmy Kimmel Live in the morning with the clips because I'm in bed.
Too late.
That's our whole question of the day. What time do you go to sleep? Before 8 p.m.? Where are my before 8 p.m.ers? Ow! All right, Jen. By 8 p.m. Nobody?
Yeah, that too.
9 to 10 camp?
I'm a 9 to 10.
All right, Bob, you're in my camp. After 10 p.m., we're my night owls. And how about it just changes every night?
Yeah.
So, well, you didn't pick one.
By 8 p.m.
By 8
By 8 p.m.?
The after.
He's asleep right
He's
now.
asleep. He's always asleep. The after 10 p.m. crowd's not even watching right now because they're sleeping.
Sometimes, well, it is 7:40. I mean, listen, they might be up. Doesn't mean they're dressed.
That's right.
All right.
He's sipping their coffee in the gym.
Yeah.
Watch us in the nude if you like.
Well, I didn't mean that, but you know.
Stu, what time do you sleep?
Yeah, what
You wear
time are you
clo-
in
you wear
bed? You wear
clothes and-
clothes up there? Are you wearing clothes right now?
Oh.
Stu?
Yeah, you know what? The wearing the clothes, that might be optional. I wasn't sure that was. Anyway, I'm sorry you asked. Anyhow, when time I go to bed, you know me. If I'm not asleep by 6, it's going to be a problem. For real. Yeah, I try to get to bed early. I like my sleep. That's what I got right now. Anyways, let's talk a little traffic. This one brought to us by Jacoby and Myers, Injury Lawyers. This is going to be the 101 in the Hollywood area. And you know what? We actually just found out that this is one of the biggest traffic spots in Los Angeles. Look at that. Moving along super well. Southbound 101, you get past, that's going to be Melrose. And you're in it. It is thick and it is slow, and it's always like that all the way down to the 110. Northbound this morning actually looking really good. Even by the 110, even the Silver Lake, Echo Park area moving along super well. If you're headed north on the 101, fantastic drive. South, you know the drill. Give yourself extra time. Let's take a look at some traffic hotspots.
A car accident can shatter your world, but at Jacoby and Myers, we want to help you get back to where you were before. Taking on insurance companies, hospital bills, medical care, whatever you need to get back to the life you love. Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice.
A look at some of our top stories this morning. 3 missing boys have been found safe. They were last seen yesterday on West Cypress Street in San Dimas. Authorities were concerned for their safety and asked for the public's help. The boys were located just after midnight this morning in Pomona. Deputies did not say anything about their whereabouts or why they disappeared. LA County District Attorney says he won't seek the death penalty for 19-year-old Robert Barcelo. He's accused of killing General Hospital actor Johnny Wachter last year. Wachter was shot while confronting a group trying to steal his car's catalytic converter. Barcelo, charged with murder and attempted robbery, has pleaded not guilty. If convicted, he could face life in prison without parole. Tesla is at the center of controversy this morning. The company is rolling out a new version of its self-driving car software that allows people to use their phones while sitting behind the wheel. Right now, Teslas have cameras that track drivers' eye movement. If a driver's attention wanders, the system will alert them to put their eyes back on the road. Critics have been quick to point out that this directly contradicts distracted driving laws. Happening today, parents and child safety advocates will protest outside the Apple store at the Grove. They're urging families to boycott iPhones until Apple improves child safety features. Protesters want better tools to report harmful content, stricter app monitoring, and action against child abuse material on iCloud. The noon rally is one of 6 nationwide. Critics say Apple is not doing enough to protect kids and its devices and platforms. Neither Apple nor the Grove have commented about the planned protests. Royal Caribbean Cruises is named in a wrongful death lawsuit following the death of a passenger that was so drunk it took 5 security officers using pepper spray, zip ties, and handcuffs to get him under control. Cell phone video shows Michael Virgil trying to knock the door down. This was the passenger's room, screaming threats and profanities in an apparent drunken stupor in December of last year. His family claims he was served 33 drinks by cruise staff. The lawsuit also claims the 35-year-old Virgil was sedated twice, which contributed to his death, ruled a homicide. Now Virgil's fiance and their young son want the cruise line held responsible.
Not only did they overserve him with alcohol, once they determined that he needed security intervention, they set in course events that ultimately killed him. Let me be specific. The first domino that fell is that they physically restrained him with 5 people physically on top of him, which resulted in mechanical asphyxiation, which is what George Floyd suffered.
Royal Caribbean issued a statement saying it's saddened by the passing of one of its guests, but it will refrain from commenting any further on pending litigation. Police detained a man for painting crosswalks at dangerous intersections. He says he's been reaching out to LA Mayor Karen Bass's office for months to improve safety before deciding to take matters into his own hands. Jonathan Hale, the activist group People's Vision Zero, was handcuffed, searched, and detained for painting a crosswalk. It happened Sunday morning in Westwood. Police say he was cited for vandalizing city property. Since May, members of that group have been painting crosswalks across Los Angeles after they say the city never responded to their requests for improved safety.
In 2015, the city committed to Vision Zero, which is this idea that we were going to have 0 traffic fatalities by the year 2025, and we failed abysmally. So now we've established the People's Vision Zero to draw attention to the issue. You're more likely to get hit by a car or die in traffic violence than you are to get murdered in the city of Los Angeles.
Jonathan says he was cited for vandalism. It's a misdemeanor, and was given a $250 citation. The mayor's office called him and offered to work together. Living with a disability can be challenging, and finding work on top of that very daunting. One local woman is working to change all of that. Sandra is here with her story. Sandra.
That's right. Good morning. Anti-discrimination laws, you know, they only go so far when it comes to employment for people with special needs. And that's why one woman is hoping to change all that by making space for more people with disabilities.
All her life, Keely Cat Wells dreamed of becoming a dancer, but at 17 years old, unknown debilitating pain turned into her biggest nightmare.
I was hospitalized for 4 years, and I went through a lot of medical misdiagnosis, malpractice, a lot of trauma, countless surgeries.
Her life forever changed, and her medical challenges left her adapting to a new reality. But she was determined to push past living with any stigma.
And after all of that, I kind of came outside the other end and was then trying to gain employment, and I ended up getting a job and was so thrilled. But after then disclosing my disability and asking for reasonable accommodations, I got told that I could no longer have that opportunity. And that was really the light bulb moment for me.
That light bulb moment came when she realized she was not alone.
I was just infuriated that it wasn't just happening to me, that this was such a widespread issue. Disabled people are twice more likely to be unemployed than non-disabled people, twice more likely to live in poverty. But disabled people make up 1 in 4 of the population, and I think it's actually even more than that. So that's a huge amount of people who aren't getting access to the things they truly deserve and aren't able to thrive in their careers.
So Keely created the access she wanted for the community by launching a platform called Making Space to give disabled workers a chance in the workforce.
Making Space is a talent and learning platform connecting disabled professionals with employment and education, and also helping companies hire, support, retain disabled people, and create more accessible workspaces that work better for everyone. And it's going amazing. It's been incredible to see the response.
In 2 years, Making Space has helped more than 10,000 disabled professionals and have increased annual incomes by more than $40,000. The platform is for free for anyone with a disability.
It's incredible. They start thinking about their futures in a different way. They start thinking much bigger. They start to actually be able to dream and have much bigger goals and expand their horizons.
So this resource is key to making those dreams come alive again and to help with fairness and equity. There are 300 to 1,000 jobs available on Making Space at any given time, and workers have been placed at major companies including Microsoft, Coca-Cola, Visa, Netflix, and so many other places. So it's a win-win for both employers looking for talent and for workers who have a disability.
It's hard enough for anyone, even without a disability, to find that kind of perfect job that fits you, that fits everything that you can do, right? And with a disability, sometimes there could be a barrier to it just because, you know, they're not physically able to do something or whatever. So that's perfect.
That's right. So they vet these companies exactly to make sure that they're accessible for people who may have a little special need, and obviously matches them up. So it's great.
Yeah, perfect. Awesome. Thank you, Sandra.
You got it.
All right, 7:52 is your time. Let's get to Samana with a look at our forecast, and the warming trend continues.
It does. Good morning, Bob, Sandra, and all our viewers. Good Day Late Weather sponsored by My Home Sold, and a live look at the Queen Mary in Long Beach. Typically at this hour, we're used to dealing with the marine layer clouds and the cloud layer and fog. Not today. The offshore flow is keeping all the clouds away and bringing in clear conditions all the way down, to the coast. We're going to warm up. Lots of sunshine in the forecast, not just today, but through the rest of this week and into the weekend, believe it or not. Mid to upper 70s is highly possible. Interior communities of our valleys and our inland areas, a range of mostly 80s both today, tomorrow, and also perhaps into Thursday. Dry with no rain. Hey, head over to the coast. Beautiful down there, as we just showed you. Long Beach, 1 to 3 feet, fun surf heights. Water temperatures very refreshing in the 60s, mid 70s, and even perhaps even upper 80s is possible. Rip current risk is on the low side, but again, a reminder, be careful when entering the water. We've got area of high pressure that's pretty much stagnant. It's stationary, not budging too much, and that's what's allowing these beautiful temperatures across Southern California. But if you have plans traveling further north, the Pacific Northwest still dealing with lots and lots of rainfall there. Temperatures trending 60s and 50s are in the forecast for St. Louis into Chicago. Snowfall across Detroit. We've got winter storm warnings there. 7-day forecast, 78 degrees with more sunshine. Temperatures will be in the mid to upper 80s, possible for interior valley communities. We've got a great looking forecast all the way through the weekend. Send it back over to you guys.
All right.
Or, Bob.
I appreciate it. Oscar Mayer is now accepting applications for the next class of hot doggers to drive their iconic Wienermobile across the country. The new doggers will serve as ambassadors for the brand, drive the 27-foot-long hot dog on wheels over the course of a year-long cross-country road trip. You'll attend events and develop custom content. Applications are open through Saturday, January 31st. The position comes with a $3,500 base salary and benefits. Only 12 drivers will be selected. Oscar Mayer says ideal applicants will be recent college grads with strong communication skills. 7:55 is your time. Still ahead. The owner of a local dessert shop, I should say. Coco and Cream will join us in the studio. We have more on their delicious gelato, handcrafted coffee, and their donut gelato sandwich. It's Tasty Tuesday. Also, some of the rarest Aston Martin models are on display right now here in LA. And Brooke is live at the Peterson Automotive Museum with a look at their new exhibit. James Bond had a couple of these Aston Martins. Let's see, which one? I'll take that one. Yeah, why not both?
All right, good morning. Welcome to Good Day LA. It's 8 o'clock on this Tuesday, December 9th. I'm Jen Laumer.
I'm Bob DeCastro. Thanks for sticking with us. A busy morning for you, and here are some of the stories we're covering this morning.
One person left dead, another in custody. We're live in Santa Monica, where police are investigating a deadly assault inside a home here. What neighbors are now saying just ahead.
Mario, also Malibu moving a step closer to creating its Own school district. Why the city thinks this would be a good move for students.
Also, the Hollywood takeover fight continues. We will have the latest on the battle over Warner Brothers Discovery. First, let's get to Samana with a look at your forecast. Good morning.
Good morning, Bob, Jen, and all our viewers. What a gorgeous start to the morning. It's pretty cool out there under clear conditions all the way down the coast. We've got Long Beach at 56 degrees currently, 50 degrees out in Corona, but get ready for afternoon highs. It will be spectacular. We're looking at warmer than normal temperatures, a hint of summer coming back, and temperature readings for our coast later today. We've got to mid to upper 70s as possible, 86 degrees. I'll call it very warm, or should I say hot, relatively speaking, because it's December and it is abnormally warm again for this time of year. 63 degrees, a little breezy due to the offshore conditions. High deserts will rebound to nearing 70s today, and sunshine continues to pour across the lower deserts. No rain in the next 7 days. So a closer look at all that coming up. Meantime, heading over to Stu with a look at traffic. Stu, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Samana. I'm going to pass. See what I did there? Because we're at the Sepulveda Pass. Anyway, that's the best one I got today. We're taking a look at that Sepulveda Pass, and we're actually in the Sepulveda Pass. Bel Air is technically the city where we are. You can see it right there, southbound. This is just as you're making your way down the hill. This is really where you are in the slow part of the slow and go. You do start to pick up a little bit before you get to Sunset, and after you hit Sunset, you know it's wide open and moving well. Northbound through the Sepulveda Pass today, excellent drive. From the West LA all the way out to Chatsworth and maybe even Sylmar. It's going to be a great drive on that 405. It's going to be a great day. Sending it back to you all in the studio, and good morning.
Good morning, Stu. Thank you very much. We do are following breaking news this morning. An apparent fight or argument turns deadly in a Santa Monica home.
Mario Ramirez is live outside the home where one man was found dead and another man was actually detained by police. Mario.
Yeah, that's right. And we're hearing from neighbors calling this a family dispute. Several neighbors familiar with that house here behind me, that home where this all unfolded late last night. You can see the police activity surrounding it. Officers say they walked into a bloody scene where one man died after an assault and another was taken into custody. Take a look. This all unfolding around 9:20 last night inside the home here near 18th and Delaware. Investigators say someone inside the house called 911 reporting that a violent assault had taken place. And when officers arrived, they were led to that victim, a man suffering from traumatic injuries. They haven't gone too much into detail about what those injuries are. Paramedics were brought in, but the victim died here on the scene. Another man we learned who was inside the home at the time immediately taken into custody and is cooperating with police. Investigators believe this was something that happened within the house and don't think anyone else in the neighborhood is in danger. And we heard from one neighbor off camera who told us this morning the assault was believed to have happened between the homeowner and his son, with the homeowner losing his life, but that has not been confirmed by police here. Back out here live, crime scene forensics teams, they arrived here this morning, moving into that home to document the scene, collecting physical evidence, and at times we've seen them taking pictures on the second floor there, a room on the second story. Now we can tell you that neighbors are waking up this morning asking exactly what happened here, but part of the neighborhood remains taped off as the investigation continues. They've now been out here in the neighborhood for over 10 hours. Live here in Santa Monica, I'm Mario Ramirez. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Mario, thank you. Happening today, funeral services will be held for Alhambra police officer Alex Sanders. He was killed November the 20th when an allegedly stolen SUV collided with his patrol vehicle during a pursuit. A woman in the SUV was also killed. The driver now faces 2 counts of murder. Today's services will be held at Shepherd Church in Porter Ranch. Officer Sanders was just 28 years old.
The city of Malibu is one step closer to having its own school district.
Stewart?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Silverstein?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Look at that. Cheers broke out last night as the city council approved a plan to split from the Santa Monica Malibu School District. The school board approved the separation plan last week. The proposal outlines how taxes, staff, and resources will be divided. Supporters say this will let each district focus on its unique needs.
We're a very sparsely populated rural community. Santa Monica is an urban community. So right there's an extreme difference in culture, difference in distance, and Malibu over time wanted to have representation.
This is just the first step in this next phase. After this, we need to seek special legislation hand in hand with the district, and then we need to seek approval at some additional approvals at the state and county level.
If approved, Malibu's new district could open by 2029.
A federal judge has ruled the Justice Department can publicly release documents from a sex trafficking case against Ghislaine Maxwell, the longtime confidant of Jeffrey Epstein. The New York judge's ruling means the records could be made public within 10 days in the wake of the recent passage of the Epstein Files Transparency Act. The law requires the Justice Department provide Epstein-related records to the public in a searchable format by December the 19th. The ruling could amount to the release of hundreds or thousands of previously withheld documents.
The Supreme Court may soon expand presidential powers to fire independent government officials. On Monday, justices heard arguments over President Trump's removal of an FTC commissioner, challenging a 1935 precedent that limits such firings. Conservative justices seemed open to overturning the rule, while liberals warned it could undermine government stability. A ruling is expected to be issued by June of next year.
All right, a misty situation playing out in the boardrooms of Hollywood.
Paramount is making a hostile bid for Warner Brothers Discovery just days after Warner agreed to sell its streaming and studio business to Netflix. Amanda joins us now with the latest. We were just talking about this.
I wish we had a whole hour to talk about this.
So many ramifications.
Hostile bid, hostile takeover, going to the shareholders.
What does this mean for the movie theater industry?
What does this mean for the entire industry?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to tell you guys, it's quite a power play. Hostile takeover bids, they're relatively uncommon at the top of the media industry, where some comfortable relationships among moguls and special classes of stock often make them impractical. But Paramount went around the Warner Brothers Discovery Board and straight to the shareholders with what it called a superior offer. Paramount said it would pay $30 per share in cash, valuing the company at around $108 billion. The Netflix deal is for $83 billion. Paramount wants to buy all of Warner Brothers Discovery, which includes the movie studio, the HBO Max streaming service, and a portfolio of cable channels. It's very important to note that Netflix did not want the cable channels.
That's right. Because they're not putting their money toward news anymore, right?
So they did not want the separate cable channels that would then go off and become their own entity.
That's right.
Which includes, this is the big thing here, CNN. The cable channels are not part of the Netflix deal, and the hostile bid has not brought about any immediate changes with the Netflix deal. And Netflix executives, they came out swinging several hours after Paramount's bid, indicating that they aren't going to back down. In fact, they feel fairly confident that their deal would go through. Warner said that it would respond within 10 business days, advising shareholders not to take any immediate action. So the people that are making the decisions with this deal is management, the top brass at Warner Brothers. And what Skydance and Ellison are doing is going around management and going to the shareholders saying, hey, this is a better deal. It's better for your pockets.
They're just offering them
They're just saying, like, hey, this is more money.
Yeah.
However, I just want to, let's go into the origin and why they wanted to do this. It's no surprise that we are consuming media in different ways, right? I'm just going to give you some numbers. Netflix has 7,000 titles. Sounds like a lot, right? Well, Warner Brothers has 4,000 titles. Amazon Prime has 25,000 titles. And you know who has even more? Tubi.
Interesting.
Tubi has 70,000 titles. Netflix wants to partner with Warner Brothers for their library. They also want that theatrical access. They have the studio here. It's concerning with the theatrical window because right now you can have a top-earning movie in the theaters for about a month. Right now, maybe even 6 weeks. Right now, you're basically seeing a Netflix theatrical release at 1 week.
But then you're seeing, so Ted Sarandos has made no mistake that this is the future of movies. Bringing the movies to the house. That's the whole ethos of Netflix, right? He based his company on that. So then a lot of people are wondering what the heck is going to happen now to movie theaters.
People are wondering what's going to happen to movie theaters, but let's talk about the Ellison in the room.
Right. They've done this hostile takeover before with other companies.
But what's going to happen when you have one billionaire head of many media channels? It's going to make it so that the consumer is getting their news from basically one source.
That's right.
So that's the concern there for the news standpoint. I mean, if you have CBS and CNN all under the same umbrella, it also could mean less jobs, more consolidation. Which is not a good thing when we're trying to bring production back.
And also, you're wondering, like, for the average subscriber, so if somebody's a subscriber of HBO Max and then also Netflix, if they all become one, then what does that mean for them? Is the package going to go up?
Well, yeah.
Or are they saving
You're probably
money?
going to pay more money a month for your subscription. What happens to all these classic movies that we're not making physical media as much anymore? We have Turner Classic Movies. What's going to happen? We know Netflix is excited to get Casablanca. Well, like, what's going to happen to all these old favorites?
I think it's clear that we're going to be paying more for these services, no matter what shape it takes. There'll be fewer competition out there, so
less incentive for them to lower prices.
For the most part, the general public are not fans of monopolies, though.
Tougher for people, for production companies to make movies and sell movies, because now they're only selling to one company.
And they're all competing with one big dog.
Less
YouTube.
Less diverse options out there because you're selling to one company. Yeah.
Well, certainly we're going to have to see.
I know.
How it
We
all
will see
pans
what
out.
happens here.
It changes day by day. All right. Still ahead, LA Metro is restoring bus service that was suspended by the January wildfires. We're going to have some of the routes for you.
Also later, why is Secretary of Health and Human Services JFK Jr. doing pull-ups in an airport? A look at some of our top stories this morning. Police are still searching for the gunman who killed a man while he sat inside his car. It happened yesterday morning on Washington Boulevard in Palms near Sony Pictures. The victim's friend claims jealousy at work may be a motive.
People in Japan are assessing the damage after a major earthquake there. A powerful 7.5 magnitude quake struck off Japan's northern coast, injuring at least 33 people and triggering a small tsunami. About 800 homes were left without power and no deaths reported.
Orange County Fire Chief Brian Fennessy is retiring in January to lead the new U.S. Wildland Forest Fire Service. This federal agency, launched in September, aims to modernize wildfire response nationwide by improving coordination, technology, and resources. A replacement chief has not been named yet. Fennessy's last day will be January the 2nd.
Okay, a couple members of the Trump administration have an interesting plan to help, quote, make travel friendlier again. Take a look.
Yes, sir. 1, 2, 3. Wait. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, looks good.
That's exactly what it is. It's a pull-up contest between Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy and RFK Jr.
Where's Hegseth in all this? He's usually doing some
Isn't he?
workout.
Yeah, he should be there, right? So I guess 20 pull-ups. Oh, so RFK Jr. won. He did 10 better than Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy. So he did 20, Sean Duffy did 10. Their showdown yesterday at Reagan National Airport was part of a new campaign called Make Travel Family Friendly Again. The secretaries shared ideas like play areas for kids, nursing pods for moms, and even small gyms so travelers can stay active.
But it might be, I want to expand the play areas for kids. I want additional nursing pods for nursing mothers. Maybe I want a workout area where people might get some blood flow and doing some pull-ups or some step-ups in the airport.
Secretary Duffy says there will be $1 billion in funding available in grant programs for the effort.
Bus service is bouncing back in Los Angeles. Starting Sunday, Metro will restore 3 bus lines impacted by January's wildfires to pre-fire levels. Line 602 in Pacific Palisades, 660 and 662 in Altadena will reconnect neighborhoods. Other changes include adjusting late-night service for better bus-to-rail connections. It's also renumbering some routes to ease confusion during construction projects, including the LA Convention Center expansion and the Wallace-Annenberg Wildlife Crossing. For a complete list of those changes, go to metro.net.
Okay, let's go to Samada. She's in for Maria this morning. Got to check on our forecast. It's nice out there.
Oh, it's going to be even nicer later today. Good morning, Jen, Bob, and to our viewers. We've got temperatures currently about 61 degrees, so it's a cool morning. Under clear conditions, you're going to need your sunglasses, but as we make our approach through the rest of the day, we're going to get really warm. Hello! See, we just like to show off our crew.
Yeah.
I mean, look at them. We want to all see more of Jen and Bob. The offshore winds are with us, and that's what's locking in the heat, but at least we're not dealing with any strong winds. It's all due to this area of high pressure that continues to be stagnant across Southern California, and then eventually it'll move a little further to the east, and behind that flow, we'll get the reversal of winds. So by this weekend, temperatures come down just a tad, but we're still dry, we're still comfortable. Temperatures just sink a couple of degrees from where they are today, and we're in between 2 areas of high pressures, and then going into next week, we're also looking at warmer than normal and dry conditions. So no rain, at least for the next 7 days. Our coastal communities could be seeing a range of 70s, upper 70s is possible. And then we dance around 70s and 60s. We've got clear conditions across interior spots, LA, Orange County, and portions of Ventura County, 80s on the way. And then we're going to kind of settle in on the 70s. But look at Saturday and Sunday. Beautiful still at 70s, lower 70s, valley communities. Those are the locations of some hot spots. Woodland Hills into areas of San Bernardino could see highs about 87 degrees, and we're going to reduce those daytime highs going into your weekend. Mountain communities will be in the 60s. The high country still really nice outside of some breezy conditions. So just careful on your drive below and through our canyons and passes. High deserts nearing 70s today, and then a line of 70s going into your weekend. Friday looks fabulous. Low deserts, Palm Springs. Oh, if you're heading there, it's also beautiful. Many variations of 80s into the weekend. Stick with us. We have much more when we come back. Don't go away.
Welcome back. Now to a really special morning in San Bernardino where every single student at Muscoy Elementary is getting a holiday gift today.
Yeah, this takes place less than an hour from now. We're live there right on the campus where the toy giveaway will take place. Joining us now, Muscoy Elementary Principal Juan Ortiz. Good morning.
Good morning. How are we doing today?
Doing great. First of all, thank you for everything that you do. So how does this work? Every kid gets a toy for the holidays.
Yeah, so we had an opportunity to collaborate with Supervisor Joe Baca Jr. and through that collaboration, we made it possible for every scholar to receive a toy. Yes.
This is quite a haul you got back there because every student gets a toy. So give us a look around, Principal Ortiz. What kind of toys are they receiving, and where did you get all this stuff?
Yeah, so this was all done, was all possible due to the collaboration with Supervisor Joe Baca Jr. and his collaborators. So the scholars will come in lined up and they will pick the toy of their liking. We got everything from Bluey to Paw Patrol. All of these are very popular on my campus. I confiscate a lot of them throughout the day.
Yeah, I mean, like what's at the top of some of these kids' wish lists, I would imagine. Yeah, Paw Patrol's huge every year, actually.
Definitely. My lower grades, Bluey, Paw Patrol. My upper grades, they're a lot into like the Nerf guns. They got some glitter, some slime. Hopefully, I don't find around my campus later on this year.
Tell me what this means for all the kids and the families.
You know what? It means everything to our community, honestly. It's the opportunity to provide, a little bit of holiday happiness to our scholars and our community. We're just thankful and grateful for the opportunity, and I'm excited for my scholars. They don't know exactly what they're getting quite yet. I told them they're in for a surprise, and so all week they've been guessing, well, Mr. Ortiz, what's the surprise? What's the surprise?
Aww.
Have you been doing this? Is this the first time you're doing this, or has this been going on for a couple of years?
So this is the first collaboration with Supervisor Joe Baca Jr. for Muscoy Elementary, but I know that he's done this event in the past with other elementary schools, yes.
And what other things that might you be offering there? I know, like, these schools, you become a second home for these families, for these kids. Not only, it's special to be able to provide them toys. Obviously, you give them meals and things like that. But what other resources or support does your school or district offers for any families that might be watching right now?
We have a multitude of resources for our families, but in specific to Muscoy Elementary, one thing that we're looking forward to is just another celebration. We have our holiday performances Monday and Tuesday of next week, and so those events always draw a big crowd, and through those events, I'm also providing opportunities for resources for my families, anything from tutoring to if they need any, necessities for our scholars. Those are the opportunities that we take at those events.
We talk about this, I feel like we talk about this all year long, but especially around the holidays. It's like the need is great, right? Like the tariffs and cost of living is just really hard for a lot of these families. So getting a toy like this has got to mean a lot for some of the needy families there.
Oh, definitely. It means everything, honestly. And so for me, one of the greatest hardships as a leader in my community is ensuring that my scholars feel seen and that they feel that they have a safe place here on campus. So if I'm able to provide just a small token in collaboration with Supervisor Joe Baca, it means everything to us.
You have those performances there. Does that mean Principal Ortiz gets involved? Do you put on your you put on your elf hat out there, an elf outfit? Are you gonna do that this year, Principal?
You know what? That's one thing that's not in my repertoire. I don't have a lot of rhythm, but I'm game. My scholars know. If they were to, luckily none of my classes have asked me to do so. So yeah, it's not on the schedule, but it might happen.
All right.
Well, thank you. We're also going to be live with you in the 9 o'clock hour as you give away those toys to the students.
That's
Principal,
right.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Still ahead, Brooke is live at the Peterson Automotive Museum with a look at their new exhibit.
Hey there, look at this. This is the first ever Aston Martin model ever made. Ever. I'm going to say ever one more time. Ever. We're going to show you this incredibly cool exhibit when we come back.
Thanks for sticking with us on this Tuesday, December the 9th. Good morning.
We're all here.
Yeah.
All of us collectively as a unit. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
That's right.
Everyone's trees up as we look at our beautiful trees.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's decorations.
All the trees are out.
All the shopping's done.
Yep.
Wow.
No, I don't really shop.
Same.
I still have a long list to go.
Who
You don't go to the stores, you mean?
Other than your kid,
Yeah, other than your kids.
do you exchange gifts with your husband?
yeah,
That's
of course. Yeah, we do
You do the whole gift exchange? Too much,
You know, I'm at
too
the
much
point
pressure
now where
behind
I just want to do like a you pick from a hat, pick a name, right, and then just get for that one person. I don't need anything.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing.
Right?
Just like
I'd rather put it
do a
toward
trip
Ethan.
together, or you know, take a
experience.
Yeah, and then when you start getting gift cards, it's like I'm just getting myself something because I get you a $50 gift card. It's the same. I don't know.
All the same. Yeah. Well, you know, also, it's also approaching Bob DeCastro's birthday.
Oh,
it is. As
that's
well.
right.
It's Christmas and it's birthday presents.
Do you get two, Bob? 2 gifts?
I don't get gifts.
I already know what I'm getting you.
Oh, you're getting a gift.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't forget, he has a twin brother. You know?
Wow. I'm not getting your twin anything, but I will get you something.
Oh. Hey, we've got to this. Here's a gift for you. It's going to be really nice this afternoon. After a cool and chilly morning, we've got warmer temperatures on the way, all the way down the coast, mid to upper 70s as possible. Interior valleys, 80s are on the way today, tomorrow, and perhaps even extending into Thursday. Dry, no precipitation in the forecast. An area of high pressure continues to deflect all the storms away from Southern California. Temperatures quite cool right now. 56 in Burbank, lots of sunshine into Corona. The offshore conditions will remain in place, excuse me, through the next 7-day period. Today's high temperatures, upper 70s. We've got eyes on Newport Beach, inland communities, 82. We're warming up. These temperatures are well above normal. Typically, at least for downtown LA, we should be hovering in the upper 60s. Not today. Valleys, the IE, 86, very warm for this time of year. Our mountain communities will be seeing highs about 63 degrees, a little gusty at times through and below our canyons and passes. High deserts nearing 70s today, so we've got eyes on the Antelope Valley. Low deserts keeping it nice at 82 degrees and sunshine galore across SoCal. You can't go wrong with just about anywhere. We also have you covered traffic-wise, and we're going to help you out with your drive. Taking a look right now. Ooh, it's a tough drive leaving downtown to get to the west side along the westbound stretch of the 10. We get, 71 minutes. Wow, northbound 110 from 405 inbound, just 38 minutes. And a live Caltrans camera look. This is going to be the 22 at Fairview, Garden Grove. Hey, it's not too bad. Just kind of typical traffic for this hour. Send back over to you guys.
All right, Samada, thank you. Tenants of an apartment building off of Kingsley tried to stop work crews from removing their parking spots so the landlord can build additional dwelling units, or ADUs.
You came over to me and you said, will you move? And I said, I will not be moving.
Tenants say the landlord and the contractor are pushing construction forward despite an active court petition that legally requires all work to pause. This is all because of what residents call unlawful removal of tenant parking.
They literally just strong-armed us out of the way, put up this fencing, and are going to proceed with construction anyway, despite us having like a court proceeding like next month. Like, they don't care about that at all. They're just going to do whatever they want, and their answer is try and stop us. So we're out here trying to stop them. They put up fencing anyway.
Tenants tell us it escalated over the weekend when 5 cars were towed out of the parking garage and the fencing was put up to block cars from going in.
Potential home sellers are backing out of the market at a higher rate. Realtor.com reports a trend in house delistings over the last month, with many homeowners unhappy with the offers that they're receiving. Delistings for 2025 are up 45% to 2024. The company says these are the highest delisting rates they have seen since they began tracking in 2022.
A mosquito-borne disease has the federal government issuing a travel warning now. So the travel advisory is for Cuba, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and this is in southern China, too, a province there. The virus is called, I'm going to try to get this right, chikungunya. And the most common symptoms include fever and joint pain. Most people recover within a week, but the disease itself is vaccine preventable. U.S. territories have not seen any cases of it since 2019.
The clock is ticking to apply for AT&T's $177 million class action settlement. The company agreed to the payout following 2 dark web data breaches in 2024. They were announced in March and July. If you're not sure if you're included in the settlement, you can call K-Roll Settlement Administration. The number's right there on your screen. Submit your questions. AT&T has set up a separate website to file your claim. Those affected have until December the 18th to do so and claim up to $7,500 in losses. The settlement also offers up to 24 months of credit monitoring.
A new study has pinpointed the age when female fertility starts to plummet, and it happens earlier than you might think. It actually starts around the age of 32. Researchers found that chromosomal errors in eggs significantly increase after this age, largely because of a drop in a key protein called cohesin. By a woman's mid-30s, more than half of her eggs contain too many or too few chromosomes, which are a leading cause of miscarriage, infertility, and conditions like Down syndrome. This discovery could lead to future treatments that help women extend their fertility as more delay starting families. U.S. News and World Reports released its latest rankings of the best hospitals for maternity care, and L.A. actually came in second, with 22 hospitals that get an A+ rating. It only trails New York City. Riverside San Bernardino finished fourth in the rankings, behind Chicago and just ahead of Dallas-Fort Worth. The rankings were based on factors like C-section delivery rates among lower-risk pregnancies and unexpected newborn complication rates. All right. And for that, that's a roundup of our maternity news.
Yeah, right? From maternity to mass singer.
That's
How
right.
about that? We're sticking with the
Thank you for that
today.
segue.
There is some really big news with the Masked Singer, and I always wonder how they're going to up the ante with each new season, and they sure did. Entertainment is sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. Not only has the Masked Singer dropped a new promo for the new season, it also dropped a bombshell.
Can you guess the star power behind these masks?
So the promo showcases some of the costumes that are coming in the new season, along with some clues about the contestants. Okay, but so I told you there was going to be some big news.
Yeah.
That's not it. Speaking of the contestants, the show also announced that it will show the audience who one of this season's Masked Singers is. You're going to reveal it.
Whoa.
You are going to know who one of the singers are.
Before anybody else does, before the judges
Before the judges.
Yeah.
The judges won't know, but the audience will know.
Interesting.
And you're going to follow their journey from rehearsals to performances to whatever happens to them on the show. Get ready, because the 2-hour season premiere of The Masked Singer happens January 7th on Fox. So you'll have most of it as secret, but you'll get to know one.
Yeah.
I wonder who it's going to be.
Someone was an eggplant, I saw. There was an eggplant costume.
No, I thank you for remembering that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's interesting that that's the only one that you remembered.
I saw Fox, too.
Right.
Well, hey, more celebrities are reacting to their nominations at yesterday's Golden Globe announcement. Cynthia Erivo is making headlines as the first Black woman to earn 2 lead actress nominations. Go on, Elphaba, writing on Instagram saying, being the first is always wonderful, but let's make sure I'm not the last. Amen. Plus, Erivo, along with her co-star Ariana Grande, will be the first to ever hold a back-to-back nomination for the same role, which is pretty easy to do
if you're in the same
movie with 2 parts. This year for their work in obviously Wicked for Good, and last year in the film's first installment, Wicked. Erivo is currently up for 5 total nominations.
Is Ariana Grande also up? So they're both in the same category, right?
No, they're different categories.
Because aren't they both leads?
Ariana's supporting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Well, last hour, we asked you, what time do you go to sleep? Here are the results. Look at that. Looks like
okay. Most of you after 10 p.m.
After 10 p.m.
You know, sleep is important to every cellular function of the body.
Bob, you were wondering where our night owls are? They're watching Good Day LA.
Okay.
Go to foxla.com/vote to let us know.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. TikTok is making some major upgrades to improve connectivity with friends and family online. The platform recently announced it will be adding shared collections and shared feeds. New features allow users to watch and share videos together with other people. This comes as TikTok tries to keep up with its ever-changing Instagram after the rival social media app introduced its blend feature, where users could create a custom feed with friends, family, within direct messages. For TikTok, shared collections is age restricted for users over 16. The feature will be rolled out globally in the coming months.
New Tesla software will now allow drivers to text while the full self-driving system is engaged. CEO Elon Musk says the feature will relax monitoring parameters, allowing phone use under specific traffic conditions. However, critics have been quick to point out this directly contradicts distracted driving laws. Since full self-driving technology is still considered semi-autonomous, legal responsibility for accidents still rests entirely with the driver.
The Peterson Museum is showcasing a full collection of rare and historic Aston Martins.
Ooh, Brooke is live in Mid-Wilshire checking out what this exhibit has to offer. I love it. Good morning.
so much here. Okay, can we just give you just a little taste of just some of the coolest cars that anyone could ever possibly see, okay? The details, you can imagine the speed, right? And then I want to show you this guy right here. This car is so important. Before the break, I was telling you that this is the first ever production model. Do I have that correct? First ever model Aston Martin. First model specifically designed by Aston Martin. We gotta get a little technical, okay? Because then there are like 3 other cars in the world that are gonna be like, no, that's me. But what's cool about this car is that it hasn't been restored, which is something, you know, you rarely see. You have an old car, a car that has this much history. You want to drive it. You want it as the parts as up to date as can possibly be. And a lot of what happens often is that you can only get something new when you're trying to fix things and restore them. And so that's what makes this just extra special, right?
Exactly. Yes, they actually the owner actually originally found this car in an English barn after it sat there for 50 years. It didn't have its original paintwork, and a subsequent owner had painted red. Some of the parts were kind of unoriginal, and instead of restoring it to like a essentially aesthetically like shiny, perfect new condition, the owner decided to restore it to its original condition. They stripped the incorrect paintwork. They went through the car, meticulously researching all the parts to source parts from original models of the same time period and significance. So what you're looking at with this car, all of its dents, all of its imperfections in the paintwork and bodywork, all of those were essentially earned in period when it raced.
Okay, so speaking of rare, this guy is rare as well, right? This is a beautiful car. Talk to me about this car.
This is one of my favorite cars in the gallery. This is the 1961 Aston Martin DB4 GT by Zagato, and as you mentioned, this is probably one of the rarest and most respected Aston Martins in the car world. The DB4 was one of Aston Martin's most significant models. It was essentially the model that would define Aston Martin styling essentially into the 1990s, and this car was part of a unique series of only 19 examples that were built essentially for competition use in the early 1960s.
And so now there are one of how many of these?
So this one is one of 2 of those racing cars that were configured for street use.
And to put that in perspective, this historic one over here, one of 6?
This is one of 6, yes.
6, yeah, that's wild. This is so cool. This exhibit is here. You can see it. You can come here to this phenomenal museum and make your way upstairs and see this. You should. When is this? How long?
This will run until October 20th.
Until October. So you have a little time. But come on out here. It's really fun. You all know how I feel about art in different forms, right? I always say high fashion is art. I also feel the same about cars. This is art, especially that car right there. Like, this is just really cool to be able to experience. What a fun family event, too. You know?
Some beauties.
And Aston Martin, like James Bond had a bunch of Aston Martins. I'm sure there's a couple of his vehicles over there. All right, thanks.
They're asking about James Bond.
Yeah.
We'll see.
James Bond, we have one coming up.
Okay.
Oh, that's a tease.
There you go.
You love it.
Brooke, it looks beautiful.
Thank you, Brooke.
That car is amazing looking. All right, if you love sloppy, mistake-filled football, you couldn't get enough of that Monday night game between the Eagles and the Chargers. The team combined for 8 turnovers. One play summed up the game. There was interception, followed by 2 fumbles. A late Chargers field goal sent the game into overtime. LA pulls out this win after forcing yet another interception. Final score, Chargers 22, Eagles 19.
All right, so the defending Super Bowl champs were on a 2-game losing streak heading into last night's game at SoFi, and they were so desperate to break out of their funk. How desperate, you ask? Well, this gives you a clue. A giant inflatable rabbit appeared in the Eagles' home locker room this past week.
The heck?
Players called it the Positivity Bunny. It was there to remind the players to stay positive and try to bring positive vibes into the atmosphere surrounding the team during their losing streak. It says Happy Easter. This tells me this is like a leftover inflatable from someone's yard.
From
Obviously,
right.
It didn't work. The Chargers took to social media after last night's game to poke fun at Philly, the team posting the white rabbit pointing at the clock meme to let the defending champs know they are running out of time. Yikes. Ouch.
Everybody needs a mascot, but
It's true.
The Easter Bunny? Maybe not.
Maybe not. Okay, coming up, I'm so excited for this, indulging in sweets this morning on
Yes,
Tasty
we are.
Tuesday.
Cookie and Cream is here in the Good Day Cafe. They brought their delicious bites. There they are. Looks beautiful. First, let's get a check of traffic.
Oh, it looks great. Good Daily Traffic is sponsored by the offices of Jacob and Ronnie. Call jacob.com. We have this earlier collision slowly clearing up. This is going to be the southbound side of the 215 at Palm Avenue. There may be just enough activity to slow you down just a tad, but that's going to be done in just a little while. Real-time traffic, still a struggle. 71 minutes to get from downtown through Mid-City to get to Santa Monica. Give yourself 41 minutes. Oh, well over half an hour. Northbound 110 for 405 inbound. And here's a live Caltrans camera. It's a struggle on the eastbound side of the 22 at Fairview. Meanwhile, westbound side doing a little better. Here's a look at some other traffic hotspots.
I looked up and just ran.
Maybe we need to seek somebody who does have the expertise to be able to guide us through the process.
If you're getting to an accident,
you're in good hands by dealing with Jacob and Ron.
Call Jacob.
And welcome back. We have a gorgeous afternoon in store for Southern California. A hint of summer comes to visit for a short period of time, and we are dry. We have temperatures at this early hour a little chilly, but clear, and we're going to warm up. We're looking forward to mid to upper 70s for the coast, inland valley communities, a range of 80s both today and tomorrow. Perhaps also we may include the tail end of Friday. Dry, as I mentioned, no precipitation into early early next week. It's all courtesy of an area of high pressure. And boy, what a gorgeous day it is along the coast. You can get out there 1 to 3 feet right there along the coast. Orange County into San Diego County, also similar conditions. The water temperatures nice and refreshing on the sand, a range of 70s. Rip current risk is on the low side, but you always want to be extra cautious when entering the water. We have a stationary area of high pressure. It's not budging, and that's what's leading to the weak offshore trend. It's deflecting storms again, continuing into Portland and Seattle. Lots of rain there due to an atmospheric river, and areas in the upper Midwest and Northeast dealing with a lot of cold and winter conditions. A lot of snow from Minneapolis all the way to Detroit. We've got back here at home 70s along the coast, sunshine as I mentioned, inland communities 80s, back-to-back days of that, and we settle along the 70s, and that's still above average. We get a little bit more of an onshore flow, stronger sea breeze helping to reduce daytime highs. Still overall really comfortable. 86 degrees today for areas like Woodland Hills into San Bernardino, and getting a little warmer perhaps into tomorrow. Sunshine all the way even into our mountain communities. Really nice across SoCal. Send back over to you guys.
Ooh, my sweet tooth is kicking in. In today's Good Day Cafe, we welcome Cocoa and Cream. It's the new kid on the block, a gem, the popular kid on the block, nestled in the heart of Toluca Lake on Riverside Drive, where dessert dreams come to life. It's a haven for sweet enthusiasts like moi, offering handcrafted treats, velvety ice creams, decadent pastries, and exquisite chocolates. So let's bring in the owners, Nick and Tiana.
Hi.
Welcome, you guys.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so business owners, you got it up and running. You guys had a line out the door last few weekends. Tell me what it's like.
I mean, it has been overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's been just the response of the community. That was our goal. It was to bring community to Toluca Lake, a place where everyone could gather.
Bring community and matcha.
And matcha.
This matcha is so popular. You had content creators coming in, making videos on it. Tell me about what makes your matcha different.
Well, the funny thing is we had no time in the beginning to make any content. Everyone was making the content for us.
Great.
But so the matcha and the coffee, it's a huge focus for us because you don't typically see ice cream or gelato shops with a focus in that.
Yeah.
But our matcha, excellent quality. I mean, we've tested like 50, 60, 70 different matchas to really find the perfect one.
I think you did.
It's ceremonial,
but let me
organic.
double check just to make sure.
Yes.
I love the blue cloud on top. I love the color scheme that you guys have, the aesthetic.
So it's a blue spirulina cream top on there.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is the cocoa blue matcha.
Is good matcha, absolutely. And from matcha to candy, I bought your chocolate-covered gummy bears. Love them.
Yes.
The bag is gone. What other treats do you have?
So we have, I mean, the classics. So we have like the watermelon gummies.
Yep.
We have the gummy bears. These are 12 flavors. So you kind of like get a taste of everything in these. And then we have the malt balls, which, you know, everyone is obsessed with. But the main event for our shop is our chocolates. So we've partnered with 2 chocolatiers to create the most incredible flavors.
Tell us about some of the flavors.
So the most popular ones are the whiskey sea salt. We cannot keep that in stock. And then the salted caramel.
Whiskey sea salt.
Yeah. It's a really good combination of flavors. And then the salted caramel is our other bestseller, and it's also vegan. So, which is really, really important to us, especially being in LA. There's a lot of, needs for that.
Yeah.
But then, we have 24 other, truffle style chocolates as well.
See, treats are just better with friends. So where are my friends? Jen, come on in here. Because we're going to get to the gelato next, and you have your sample spoons.
Yeah.
Okay, you brought some delicious flavors of gelato. Let us know which ones you got.
Okay, so we have a very, since we have matcha in the shop, we came up with a matcha Oreo.
Matcha Oreo,
for a seasonal, we did a chocolate hazelnut.
Great.
And then we have 2 vegan options here and 6 in shop, but banana nut chip and strawberry sorbetto.
What's your favorite?
Jen, which one? Okay, I'm going to try the matcha Oreo.
The matcha Oreo.
Yeah.
It's one of our best.
Okay, I'll do that one too, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. My first time trying that one.
Whoa.
Where can everyone find you?
Coco and Cream LA on Instagram and TikTok. And
great social media.
Yeah.
Okay, and go check them out in person in Toluca Lake and online at cocoandcreamla.com. Sandra, what flavor would you like to try?
Oh my goodness,
a wild
anything.
one, though,
Everything
right?
looks
The
so
matcha.
delicious. All those chocolates, they're so cute. Perfect gifts too for the
Oh
holidays.
yes, they have lots of gifts for people for the holidays too.
I love that. Okay, well, speaking of the holidays, holiday movie season is in full swing. So this morning, we are talking to one of the stars of A Runaway Bride for Christmas. Good Day LA alum Nichelle Turner will be here. Plus, how many pull-ups can you do? Yeah, we'll tell you why President